Moving over to Ja Wick. Memphis Grizzlies star guard was fined $75,000 by the NBA repeatedly making finger gun gestures during games. And despite prior warnings from the league, the incidents occurred during recent matchups against the Golden State Warriors and the Miami Heat as well too. And the NBA deemed these gestures inappropriate, especially considering Morant's previous suspensions in 2023 for incidents involving real firearms that were caught on camera. And despite the fine and public criticism, Ja Morant had a post-game interview at the podium and said that he really didn't care, and he's kind of embracing being the villain as well too. So obviously he has a track record, and it's a little weird because, I mean, obviously he's an easier target, but there's so many other players that kind of celebrate with that same gesture.
That is true.
How did you guys feel about the fine and Ja Morant in general, man?
Look, man, hey, God, rest David Stern's soul, bro. I will say this: all the yapping the old NBA players be doing about, like, you know, how this league is soft and shit. Like, in one respect, I do like see how, like, in older generations, like, this shit wouldn't have flown for real. Like, and David Stern would have, like, locked that down. Probably would have suspended him after, especially doing it blatantly. Right? Was it the same day or the day? But after the suspension, or not the suspension, but the day after.
So they played the Warriors first, and then the game after, I think his first field goal to Timmy did shit again.
That's just like crazy, because you're basically, like, legit, like straight up defying the league at that point. I think I understand the villain talk, but I just feel like it's not like who he is in real life, in the sense of, like, I don't think he is like a gun-toting, like, gangster in a way. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like this is, I guess, him trying to kind of come across as, like, I'm trying to be tough, and that's what I want the Memphis Grizzlies to embody, maybe. And maybe that's what he's trying to do, in the sense to say, like, no, like, I don't really care. Like, the Grizzlies are going to be a rough, tough team or whatever. But I think this is kind of going about it the wrong way in my eyes. Because I think you need to win, ultimately, to kind of really showcase that any of that even matters in a way. Like, just in between the lines, like, just play the best basketball you can. And to do that, you got to be available. So if you're doing this in the playoffs and they go from a $75,000 fine to, okay, we're going to suspend you type shit. I'm not saying that's what they would do, but, like,
yeah, they probably would.
Then it would be to the detriment of your squad. So, I don't know, man. I just think it's a bad look, because ultimately he's been given a chance to, especially after Kyrie had the situation with, you know, over in Brooklyn, and being taken off of Nike, and then Ja then becoming that next signature athlete for them that they really wanted to push. I feel like he's doing himself a disservice, and I think too, with the 25-game suspension last year, like, that took him out of all NBA contention as well.
He got injured too.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So I feel like doing all of that, it takes money out your pocket, and it all, to me, just is tough.
Yeah, I just feel like you just have, like, punish him if you're gonna also have a league-wide memo. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, I do agree with that. They do need to make it league-wide, for sure.
So my stance on it is, it's only, I understand the fine, because honestly, well, going back even further, in the same way that I feel like pretty much universally everyone agrees, Draymond Green gets treated differently when he does certain stuff because he has a certain track record.
Yeah.
That's just what it is. That's literally life across every, venue or whatever. So I think it's the same in that, like, Ja's getting treated differently with this gun stuff because you have a track record of this gun stuff. And even with that, they only sent you a warning the first time. You got fined because it doesn't even matter the gun stuff at that point. The league came to you and said, hey, don't do this. And you immediately went and did it again. To me, it's just like, it shows a lack of maturity. It shows why that team never goes anywhere. We'll see if something happens in the playoffs this year, but to me, it just kind of, like, all goes to it. And it's like, you're kind of just saying, like, F the team. I don't really care. I want to be a villain. But it's like, being a villain is different than, like, Dylan Brooks isn't out there getting doing stuff that he's going to get suspended for every game unless it makes sense in the course of the game. You know, like, okay, I'm trying to back my teammates up, so I'm getting somebody face. That's why I'm getting suspended. Yeah. Not just, I just made a bucket and I'm just about to do some dumb shit that they literally just told me not to do.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. That's really my stance on it, is like, I definitely get that he's being treated differently, but he's done things to be treated differently. And even with that, they still showed him leniency. And I do get at this point, like, yo, we told you not to do this, and you went and did it. So, like, I can't... It doesn't matter what it is at that point. We could have told you to stop combing your hair. And if you went and combed your hair, we're the league that's paying you $40, $50 million. Like, you need to listen to what we say to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, with that being said, if you see it from any other player doing it, like I said, with the Buddy Hield, he does it all the time. And then, like, for example, Mikal Bridges, are you finding them moving forward? Or you think that they had, like, a discussion behind closed doors, like...
I think that it would be good for the league to, in a similar way of football, just come out and do something across the board for it. But I really don't think... I don't think it's necessary. I think, again, it's one of those things of, like, everyone gets treated differently. Regardless, everyone gets treated differently. And the reason you get treated differently is because of the things that you've done on and off the court. LeBron gets treated differently. He gets, he has a different whistle, and that's just because of his stature, and, like, not even in a negative way, like, but again, it just shows, like, he gets treated differently because of the things that he's done. And that's just life.
Yeah. I mean, I feel that. I think it's just tough, bro. It's just like, I get it, but I'm just like,
I feel like everyone agreed that Draymond should have been suspended because he had kicked somebody in the nuts like 3 times in that playoff run.
Yeah.
That's just the exact same thing.
I mean, I get his off the court thing and the image that it can set, but, like, with Draymond's situation, I guess it was physical altercation as opposed to just a gesture, but I understand.
Yeah, I think it was, I mean, it was physical, but it's not like he was punching the dude, It's not like it wasn't anything crazy, but it was like, you're not supposed to do this. Yeah. And we keep telling you not to do this.
What were you about to say?
I was just going to say, I mean, but how hard is it really for him to just, like, understand, like, what they trying to say, for real? Yeah. It goes back to the maturity point, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not that hard, bro.
If your regular ass job is telling you, hey, like, we're going to take money out of your pocket if you do this, any normal person is just not going to do the thing. And there's no way that anyone in the company is going to defend you and be like, yeah, I can't believe they took money out of your pocket after they told you not to do something and you went and did it again.
Yeah. I do hate that the NFL just got rid of the first down, CeeDee Lamb's first down. I was like, that was a nice celebration. Yeah. But yeah, whack. It does suck.
No fun league.
Part of the game, man. Emotions are part of the game. But like I said, I understand. So it is what it is at the end of the day. And then,
where are they? Just quick, like where y'all feel like they finish in first round, second round?
Well, now they plummeted all the way to the 8th seed right now, and the Clippers are 6 and Minnesota 7. Yeah. They getting packed up in 4. Ja win you 1 game. Maybe Ja win you 1 game and 5.
Packed up in 4 is crazy.
Gentlemen sweep.
The way that they're acting, they're not getting out of the first round, bro.
Facts. Yeah. That's why I was trying to see where y'all was at with it.
Who's 9 and 10 right now?
They might fuck around and just not
make the playoffs. I was thinking, because I was like, I gotta see who 9 and 10 is first. So 9 and 10.
I know it's like Kings and somebody else. I think it's
Dallas and Sacramento.
Kings suck.
Yeah, Dallas and Sacramento. I mean, AD and them can win you 1 game.
Yeah, no, for real. Especially if another team is bullshit and they really don't want to be there.
Yeah. I would like, it's not going to happen, but it would have been lit if Phoenix had the 10 seed and then try to get the 8 seed away from Memphis eventually. But
yeah, man.